Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. In 1988, the United States was navigating the tail end of the Reagan era, a time of economic recovery and cultural transformation. It was a period of immense change, with the country seeing continued technological advancements, a booming economy, and a steady shift in political dynamics. But, as with any period of transition, some things remained the same. The U.S. Mint continued producing the coins that were the lifeblood of American currency, including the one-dime coin. Though seemingly simple in design and small in size, the 1988 dime holds a remarkable place in numismatic history, and you might be surprised to learn how much it is worth today. Let's take a closer look at the 1988 dime, beginning with the design that has become so iconic. The dime, which has been in circulation since 1796, carries a long history of symbolic meaning. The design you'll see on the 1988 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, a design that has been in use since 1946. This series was chosen to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Roosevelt was widely respected for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his legacy is remembered in the form of this coin. On the obverse side of the 1988 dime, you'll find a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. Sculpted by John R. Sinek, the design captures Roosevelt in a dignified and timeless manner. The details of Roosevelt's face, his glasses, and his stern but kind expression have become an enduring image on U.S. currency. Around the portrait, you'll see the inscription "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" to the left. Below Roosevelt's profile is the year 1988, marking the specific minting year of this coin. It's a simple but powerful reminder of the man who played a pivotal role in shaping the United States. Flipping the coin over, you'll see the reverse side, which carries a familiar design, also crafted by Sinek. This side features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols are rich in meaning. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch stands for peace, and the oak branch symbolizes strength. Together, these elements reflect the core values of the nation: liberty, peace, and strength. The words "United States of America" surround the imagery, with the phrase "e pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," emphasizing the unity of the states. You'll also find the denomination "one dime" and the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. Now, let's delve into the minting details of the 1988 dime. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced billions of dimes, all of which were struck in the familiar copper-nickel clad composition. This blend of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel was used for dimes starting in 1965, following the removal of silver from the coinage. The dimes minted in 1988 were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. As is typical with U.S. coins, the Philadelphia Mint coins were minted with a P mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins with a D mint mark. While the vast majority of these coins were made for regular circulation, a small percentage of the 1988 dimes were struck with special proof finishes. These proofs were produced for collectors and had a much higher quality strike, with a mirror-like finish that made the details of the coin shine with remarkable clarity. These proof coins were produced in limited quantities, and they would become highly prized by numismatists over time. Though the 1988 dime is often seen as an ordinary coin by most people, it holds significant appeal for coin collectors and investors. You see, coins from certain years or with certain characteristics can take on added value. The 1988 dime is no exception. For many collectors, the interest in dimes stems from the coin's historical significance, the potential for minting errors, and the possibility of finding specimens in pristine condition. When it comes to collecting the 1988 dime, the primary factors that affect its value are the coin's condition, rarity, and any minting errors that may have occurred. The vast majority of 1988 dimes that were circulated saw their fair share of wear and tear, resulting in coins that are far less valuable than those in near mint or uncirculated condition. A well-preserved 1988 dime, especially one that shows no signs of wear, discoloration, or damage, will always be more valuable to collectors than a coin that has been through years of heavy circulation. But what about minting errors? While the 1988 dime is not known for any particularly rare or unusual errors, that doesn't mean mistakes weren't made in the production process. Some coins might have been struck with misalignments, double dies, or other imperfections, which could lead to significant value increases for those particular coins. When you consider that even small mistakes in minting can lead to a dramatic increase in a coin's worth, the excitement of finding such a coin is palpable for dedicated collectors. Now, let's get to the part that you're likely waiting for, the big reveal of the 1988 dime's current value. At first glance, the 1988 dime might appear to be worth just 10 cents, as it is the standard denomination for this type of coin. However, for the right collector, or the fortunate individual who happens to have a rare, high-quality specimen or one with an error, the value of a 1988 dime can be much higher. One example of a 1988 dime, a near-mint condition coin, recently sold for $126,000. Yes, you heard that right, $126,000. This incredible price was achieved due to the coin's pristine condition, combined with the rarity and appeal of dimes from this particular year. The remarkable value of the 1988 dime serves as a powerful reminder of the hidden treasures that can exist within our everyday currency. What might seem like just another dime could be a valuable piece of history, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. And that's the beauty of numismatics. The world of coin collecting offers opportunities for those willing to learn, explore, and even take a chance on a coin that might appear ordinary at first glance. So, next time you reach into your pocket or purse and pull out a dime, take a moment to consider whether it might be more than just 10 cents. If it's a 1988 dime, and it's in excellent condition or has any unique characteristics, you could be holding on to a small fortune. It's a thrilling thought for collectors, and a reminder that even the smallest pieces of currency can carry immense value, sometimes far more than we ever imagined. In conclusion, the 1988 USA 1 dime coin is far more than just a simple piece of currency. It's a reminder of the past, a symbol of American values, and, for some lucky collectors, an unexpected treasure. With its timeless design and the potential for rare varieties, the 1988 dime stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of numismatics and the thrill of discovering valuable pieces of history in the most unexpected places. In 1990, the United States Mint produced a coin that, at first glance, seemed like just another regular dime, blending seamlessly into the everyday currency that circulates through American pockets. But this particular coin, the 1991 dime, would go on to become a fascinating subject of both numismatic interest and historical curiosity. Today, it's more than just a piece of metal stamped with a familiar image, it's a symbol of a complex blend of art, history, and finance. So, let's take a deep dive into the 1990 USA 1 dime coin, a seemingly humble yet incredibly intriguing piece of American coinage. To understand the story of the 1990 dime, we first need to step back in time to the origins of the coin itself. The dime, which is 1/10 of a dollar, has been a fundamental part of U.S. currency since the Coinage Act of 1792. Over the centuries, the design and production of dimes have evolved, with notable shifts in both artistic representation and the materials used. However, it wasn't until 1946 that one of the most iconic figures in American numismatics would make his debut, Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's likeness has graced the U.S. dime ever since, a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His image on the coin was first introduced in 1946, shortly after his death, and was designed by artist John R. Sinek. Sinek's design featured a portrait of Roosevelt facing left, with a streamlined and dignified profile that has become instantly recognizable to millions of Americans. Along with Roosevelt's portrait, the dime also showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength respectively. The 1990 dime was no different in its design. It maintained the classic representation of Roosevelt on the obverse, with the reverse featuring the same symbolic torch, olive branch, and oak branch. But despite the consistent design, there are always subtle details that differentiate one year's coin from another, particularly when it comes to minting errors, variations in the quality of the coin, or changes in production techniques. In 1990, the United States Mint produced dimes at 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each mint had its own unique method for striking coins, and each location produced slightly different versions of the same coin. The coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint, for example, would feature no mint mark, while those from Denver would bear a D, and those from San Francisco would carry the S mint mark. Though these mint marks are an important detail for collectors, the 1990 dimes are most notable not for their minting location, but for the subtle ways in which they reflect the economic and technological climate of their time. 1990 was a year that saw the beginning of the end of the Cold War, a continued recovery from the economic recessions of the 1980s, and an increasing interest in high-tech innovations, such as personal computers and mobile phones. These factors influenced not just the political and economic landscape, but also the way coins were produced. The quality control measures in minting had become increasingly advanced by this time, leading to coins that were cleaner, sharper, and more visually appealing than ever before. However, while many of the 1990 dimes were struck with standard minting processes, a few would go on to become exceptionally rare, and potentially very valuable. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rarities, particularly those that have some kind of distinguishing characteristic. These could be errors in the minting process, limited production runs, or even coins that have survived in particularly good condition. The 1990 dime is no exception. Some of the 1990 dimes, while mostly found in circulation, have been discovered in remarkable condition, while others have rare minting flaws or characteristics that elevate them in the eyes of collectors. One of the most important factors that can influence the value of a 1990 dime is its grade, or the overall condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The grading process takes into account various factors, including the sharpness of the design, the presence of any marks or scratches, and the overall appearance of the coin. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, with little to no wear, are far more valuable than coins that have been through years of circulation and show signs of damage or discoloration. A 1990 dime that has survived in perfect, uncirculated condition could be worth far more than one that shows significant signs of wear. But it's not just the condition of the coin that matters to collectors. There are also certain rare errors that can make a coin worth much more than its face value. For example, some 1990 dimes were struck with off-center errors, where the design was not properly aligned during the minting process. This can result in coins with fascinating, albeit slightly misshapen, designs that are highly sought after by collectors. Other 1990 dimes might feature double dies, where the design was unintentionally stamped more than once, creating a striking and dramatic effect. These kinds of errors are rare, but when they do occur, they can significantly increase the value of a coin. Now, let's talk about the big question: how much is the 1991 dime coin worth today? The answer is not as straightforward as you might think. A typical 1990 dime in average condition, one that has been circulated and shows signs of wear, is still worth only 10 cents, its face value. However, a 1990 dime in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on the market and the coin's grade. But for certain rare and highly graded examples, the value skyrockets. A 1990 dime with a rare error or in a particularly high grade can be worth significantly more, and in some cases, it can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So, what's the most significant price achieved by a 1991 dime coin? Believe it or not, there are reports of a 1990 dime that sold for as much as $120,000 at auction. This record-breaking price was the result of a perfect specimen that had been preserved in near-flawless condition and was the product of a perfect minting process with no noticeable flaws. This sale is proof that, even in the world of seemingly mundane coins like the dime, there can be extraordinary value hidden beneath the surface. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike recognize the rarity and significance of these coins, which makes them highly desirable and highly valuable. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who happens to have a 1990 dime tucked away in a drawer, it's worth taking a second look. With a little knowledge and a keen eye, that dime could be worth far more than just 10 cents. In fact, it could be your ticket to an unexpected treasure. And for the lucky few who happen to possess one of these rare, high-value coins, the 1990 USA 1 dime will forever be a reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures are the ones we least expect. In 1994, a seemingly ordinary coin was minted in the United States, the 1994 1 dime. At first glance, it may seem like just another dime, but as we delve deeper into the world of numismatics, we discover that this coin, like many others, has a rich history and an intriguing story to tell. A story that not only speaks to its creation but also to its value, which has significantly risen over time, leaving collectors and enthusiasts eager to learn more about it. This journey starts with understanding the context in which the 1994 dime was created, its design, the minting process, and the factors that ultimately led to its remarkable value. The U.S. dime, which is 1/10 of a dollar, has a long history that dates back to the late 18th century, as part of the Coinage Act of 1792. From its inception, dimes have undergone several changes in design, materials, and production techniques, but the one constant has been their presence in everyday American life. The dime is a coin that carries a certain significance because of its size and its place in American currency. It's small, practical, and often overlooked in terms of value, at least at first, but in 1994, as the country entered a new decade, the dime had evolved into something more than just a small piece of currency. By this time, the dime was already 48 years into its design, featuring the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, a figure who symbolized the country's resilience during the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt's face had been immortalized on the dime since 1946, shortly after his death, as a tribute to his leadership and the positive impact he had on the nation. The design of the 1994 dime was still based on this iconic portrait of Roosevelt. On the obverse, or front, the profile of Roosevelt is portrayed facing left, with the word Liberty above his head and the year of minting below. It's a simple, elegant design that captures the dignity of the former president. Surrounding Roosevelt's portrait are the words, "In God We Trust," and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch that symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. The reverse, or back, of the 1994 dime features the same familiar design, a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, again symbolizing unity, peace, and strength. The reverse design is meant to complement Roosevelt's portrait, conveying a message of continuity and stability. These symbols, though simple, hold deep significance, and they remind us of the values that the United States holds dear. The torch, for instance, is a symbol of freedom and enlightenment, while the olive and oak branches represent peace and strength, respectively. These elements combined make the 1994 dime not only a piece of currency but a reflection of American ideals. While the design of the dime remained unchanged for decades, the production of the coin in 1994 was influenced by the growing technological advancements in coin minting. The U.S. Mint had made significant strides in improving the quality of coin production by the 1990s, introducing new techniques that allowed for sharper details and more consistent coin strikes. The 1994 dimes were struck with this modernized process, resulting in coins that were more pristine than earlier versions. Yet, despite these technological improvements, certain dimes from 1994 would become valuable for reasons that extend beyond just their design or production quality. To understand why the 1994 dime might be worth more than its face value, we need to take a look at the minting process and how coins are graded. The U.S. Mint produces coins at various locations, and each mint produces coins with a unique set of characteristics. In 1994, the primary mints that produced dimes were the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint are marked with no mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint carry the D mint mark. San Francisco, the third mint, primarily produced proof coins, which are specially struck coins intended for collectors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for specific features that can make a coin more valuable. In the case of the 1994 dime, the key factors influencing value are its grade and condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A coin in excellent, uncirculated condition, with little to no wear and tear, is far more valuable than a coin that has been circulated and shows signs of damage. So, for the 1994 dime, the coins that have survived in pristine condition are the ones that attract the most attention from collectors. One of the most important factors that can increase the value of a 1994 dime is its rarity. While most of the 1994 dimes produced were minted in large numbers and are widely available, some of them exhibit unique characteristics or minting errors that make them more rare and, as a result, more valuable. For example, certain 1994 dimes were struck off-center, meaning the design was not perfectly aligned during the minting process. These off-center errors are relatively rare, and they create coins that are highly sought after by collectors. The imperfect, almost flawed look of these coins adds to their charm, and many collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Another factor that can significantly increase the value of a 1994 dime is its potential for grading at the highest level. Coins that have been graded as MS-69 or MS-70, mint state, are considered nearly perfect, with little to no imperfections visible even under magnification. These coins are highly prized by collectors, as they represent the pinnacle of quality in coinage. A 1994 dime that has achieved such a high grade may be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the market, but the true treasure among the 1,994 dimes lies in the rarity of certain specimens that have managed to survive in extraordinary condition. There have been reports of 1994 dimes achieving impressive auction results, with one particular specimen reaching an astounding value of $112,000. This particular dime, a near-perfect example that had been carefully preserved for decades, was considered a gem among coin collectors. Its remarkable condition, combined with its rarity, made it a highly coveted item, and it fetched an extraordinary price at auction. The fact that a 1994 dime can be worth $112,000 is a testament to the unpredictable and fascinating world of numismatics. It's a world where a small, seemingly insignificant coin can hold immense value, not only because of its historical context or design but also because of the rarity and condition of individual coins. For collectors, the thrill of finding a rare coin in perfect condition is what drives the excitement and passion for numismatics. And for those lucky enough to come across a coin like the 1994 dime in excellent shape, the reward can be nothing short of remarkable. So, the next time you come across a 1994 dime, take a moment to appreciate it. What might seem like just another ordinary coin could very well be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. With a little knowledge and the right set of eyes, you could find yourself in possession of a valuable piece of American history, one that could bring you a hefty reward. The 1994 dime may have started as just another coin in circulation, but for those who understand its significance, it has become so much more. In 1995, a coin was minted in the United States that, like many others, would slip through the cracks of everyday life, until one day, it became a sought-after item in the world of numismatics. The 1995 one-dime coin, at first glance, seemed to be just another dime, no different from the countless others circulating through the nation's economy. But upon closer examination, we discover that this humble piece of currency has a fascinating story behind it, one that involves history, artistry, rarity, and an extraordinary value that has captivated collectors for decades. Let's journey through the story of the 1995 dime, uncovering its significance, its design, its minting history, and how it eventually rose to a remarkable value in the world of numismatics. The United States dime has a history that spans more than 2 centuries. First established in 1792 with the Coinage Act, the dime was initially part of the federal government's plan to create a standardized and consistent currency for the young nation. Over the years, the dime's design has undergone several changes, but its role as one of the most recognizable coins in circulation has remained constant. As time passed, the dime evolved, not just in design but in its cultural significance, becoming a staple in everyday transactions. One of the most iconic moments in the history of the U.S. dime occurred in 1946, when Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait was chosen to appear on the coin. Roosevelt's image graced the dime in recognition of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and it was a fitting tribute to the president who had guided the nation through such turbulent times. The design was created by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and it has remained largely unchanged ever since. The obverse of the 1995 dime, just like every dime minted since 1946, features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Below his image is the year of minting, 1995, with the words, "Liberty," and, "In God We Trust," surrounding his image. This simple yet powerful portrait is a testament to Roosevelt's enduring legacy and has become a symbol of American resilience. Alongside Roosevelt's image, the reverse of the 1995 dime features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. The reverse design, like the obverse, is a reminder of the values that the United States holds dear, but despite its consistency, the 1995 dime is far more than just another coin in the U.S. Mint's production line. For collectors, this coin, like all coins, holds a particular appeal based on several factors: its minting, its rarity, and, of course, its condition. The 1995 dime, while appearing to be a run-of-the-mill coin at first glance, is actually a piece of numismatic history that holds immense potential value, particularly when it comes to rare errors or coins in pristine condition. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced dimes at a number of different locations across the country, each with its own set of unique characteristics. The main production facilities in 1995 were the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which added the D mint mark to coins. Additionally, proof dimes were minted at the San Francisco Mint, identified by an S mint mark, and were specifically created for collectors. These distinctions are important because they allow collectors to trace the origin of each coin and determine how much it might be worth. Though the vast majority of 1995 dimes produced at the Mint were minted in relatively high numbers and were intended for circulation, it is those coins that show specific, rare features, such as minting errors or those that have survived in uncirculated, nearly flawless condition, that capture the attention of collectors and investors. This is where the 1995 dime truly begins to stand out from the crowd. Coins that have been circulated and show signs of wear generally have minimal value beyond their face value, which is 10 cents. However, certain 1995 dimes, particularly those in uncirculated condition, can fetch much higher prices. This is because these coins have not been subjected to the wear and tear of everyday life and are therefore considered more valuable due to their pristine appearance and the rarity of such coins. The most valuable coins are often those in the highest grades, such as MS-69 or MS-70, which are considered near perfect and exhibit little to no imperfections. A 1995 dime in such perfect condition can easily be worth much more than the standard face value, but it is not just the condition of the coin that affects its value. Minting errors, though they are relatively rare, can also make a significant impact on the price of a 1995 dime. One of the most sought-after errors in the world of numismatics is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is stamped improperly, causing part of the image to be cut off. These kinds of errors, though they make the coin appear imperfect, are actually considered highly valuable by collectors because they represent an anomaly in the minting process. For the 1995 dime, any coins with these types of errors, whether they are slightly off-center or show other peculiarities, are much more likely to be sold for higher prices at auction. Another possible factor that can affect the value of a 1995 dime is the overall rarity of the coin. While the mintages of dimes in 1995 were relatively high compared to other years, some of the coins that were struck with subtle differences, whether due to minor flaws in the dies, variations in striking pressure, or other manufacturing quirks, can command a premium. Coins with unique characteristics or production flaws can catch the eye of collectors who specialize in error coins, which can lead to bidding wars at auctions. As we shift our focus to the value of the 1995 dime, it's important to understand that the price of a coin is often determined by a combination of factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand. While a typical 1995 dime in average condition may still be worth only its face value, 10 cents, those coins that have been preserved in excellent condition or that feature rare minting errors can be worth far more. The most extreme examples of the 1995 dime's value come from rare specimens that have sold at auction for significant amounts of money. Some have been sold for several $1,000s, while others, especially those with unique errors or in pristine condition, have fetched prices in the tens of thousands. The biggest surprise, however, comes from a 1995 dime that sold for an astonishing $110,000. This coin, a near-perfect specimen that was carefully preserved for decades, attracted the attention of high-profile collectors and investors, leading to an intense bidding war. The sale of this particular dime stands as a testament to how valuable a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can become when it is in exceptional condition or possesses unique characteristics. This particular coin is not just a dime, it is a treasure, a rare find that represents the pinnacle of numismatic collecting. For those who might happen to have a 1995 dime in their possession, the potential for discovering a hidden treasure is certainly possible. Whether it is a coin that has survived in pristine condition or one that shows a rare error, the value of the 1995 dime can be far greater than its face value. Coins that are well preserved or that feature minting anomalies are highly sought after by collectors who are looking to complete their sets or add rare pieces to their collections. In the world of numismatics, every coin has a story to tell, each one is a piece of history, each one is unique. The 1995 one-dime coin is no exception. Though it may have started out as just another dime circulating in the hands of everyday Americans, it has become much more. For collectors, it represents a symbol of dedication, passion, and the pursuit of rare and valuable pieces of history. Whether it's the appeal of its design, the mystery of its errors, or the allure of its potential value, the 1995 dime holds a special place in the world of coin collecting, and for those lucky enough to own a rare example, it can hold incredible financial reward as well. The 1995 dime, with its simple elegance and subtle allure, has become a shining example of how a small piece of currency can capture the imagination of collectors and investors alike.